Hi everyone, it's Connie and I'm back with another video for September in our Stampin' Gals Gone Wild series. Now today my theme is Retro Reimagined, and I have to tell you I am crazy over this little swing card. These are the new circle framelits that you may have seen on Jose and I's blog. Really great new product. It makes swing cards so easy, you're going to love it. And I thought that circle, it just screamed to be a record. What do you think? So let's go ahead and let's get started with our card today. All right, well, let's go ahead and start first with our actual framelit, or thinlet. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep calling it a framelit. I'm going to do my best to get it right. You can see it's a pretty big die, and it's got my circle and everything in the middle. It's going to do my score lines and everything I need. Now, I will tell you the cardstock is, it's barely going to fit. But it is 5.5 inches long, and so I really didn't want to have to, make one card out of one sheet of cardstock. I wanted two. So I don't know if you can see it there, but I'm just going to barely touch that bottom score line or cut line because it is just fine. It's already cut anyway. You're going to lay your sandwich together like so. Make sure you've got 2 cutting plates in there, and you're going to run this through your Big Shot. Now I got to give you a big heads up. It is going to make the most horrendous sound you've ever heard. It's awful. You're just sure that, your Big Shot just fell in a million pieces. There is something about these great big thinlets that makes a lot of noise, but don't worry about it. I'm giving you this heads up so that you know that's what's going to happen, but it's okay. All right, we run that through our Big Shot and we get this. It's fabulous. See, you can see it's already kind of cut what needs to, and it gives me my score lines. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold this in half. Give it a crease, and then this one is just going to accordion fold right back. I told you, simple, right? That's it. Look at that. Woohoo! We're excited. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start doing some stamping on this card. And I did just a little bit in advance, and I'm using Real Red Classic ink and a Banner Christmas. I know, it's not a Christmas card, but is that thing so retro? Look at that really fun little border stamp. I love it. So let me just get one more. I've got those all stamped and ready to go. And hey, while we're stamping, let's go ahead and work on our sentiment. So let me set this aside and bring my sentiment in. And I'm going to be using a stamp set called Birthday Bombs Away. I love this set. It is the photopolymer, and if you've not used this, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't too thrilled when it first came out, but I am in love with it now. You want to talk about stickability? I mean, you don't even have to work at it, and it just sticks. These are fantastic. So I'm going to take my sentiment. Congratulations, the music you grew up on is now considered classic rock. And I'm depressed, but it's true. What I also love about this photopolymer is, check that out. I can absolutely, positively center that right in the middle of my cardstock. It's fabulous. Okay, so I've got my sentiment done. Let's go ahead and adhere that onto that Pacific point. Very easy. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's work on the record on our card. Now, I did say in my notes that you could either use punches or circle framelits, whichever one you have. So I've got a basic black and a Pacific point in 2.5 inch circle, or thereabout. Now, to make the center of the record, let me show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in some scrap. And I have, somewhere, where did it go? There it is. I've got a 1/4 inch hole punch. Okay, the standard office hole punch. Go ahead and punch yourself a hole. And again, whether you're using punches or framelits, doesn't matter, but you're just going to center that up around that hole and punch. And now we have a cute little center to our record. But I wanted to kind of give it a little something, so I took just a tiny little scrap piece of the silver foil, and it's just got some Scotch tape on the back, and I'm just going to do that so the center kind of has a little something, a little shine. I don't know, I just kind of liked it that way. Gave it a little bit more. So let's put that in the center of our record. And before you press it, kind of give yourself an opportunity to step back and make sure you're good and centered, because yeah, if it's not centered, it might look a little weird. So there's our record. Now, I had one done, I did this in advance with the white gel pen, and if you'll just add a little dash and a dot, it kind of gives the record a little look that it's spinning. So let's do that. I did do that in advance because the white gel pen takes just a couple minutes to dry. So, all right, we're going to adhere that to the center of our card. Now on the other side, let's go ahead and take this Pacific Point circle, and we're going to adhere that to the other side, center that up. I have a 1 3/4 inch silver foil. Oh, I'm loving that silver foil, and it is so affordable. You get two 12 by 12 sheets. It's fantastic stuff. I'm going to kind of put it off to the side because that's kind of a retro thing too. We did that. And then for the sentiment, I just used the Label Love bundle, which is the punch and the stamp set. And I'm just going to punch that out. Of course, it's a happy birthday, right? Because it's a birthday card. And we're just going to adhere this onto that great little piece of foil. All right. We're looking good. So now to adhere our sentiment, this is very important. You only want adhesive on half of it. So let's make sure we don't go too crazy with adhesive, and we only get it on 1/2 of that sentiment. Line it up, and we're going to adhere that down. Voila, looks great. Okay, one last little thing. I left my card like that, but I said, ooh, it needs a needle. So let's bring in that silver foil again. This is, you want to talk about a scrap. This is like a little tiny 1/4 inch by, oh, I don't know. I think I've got it cut at 2 3/4 inches. Whoops, let's bring the card in. And I'm just going to, you notice it's kind of hanging off a little bit here. That's okay. I'm going to be trimming it down. And let's just punch a hole with a paper piercer tool and come in with just a mini brad. And we're going to put our needle down. And then we're just going to do just a tiny bit of trimming on here. So let me get it in place on my card. Move that out of the way for you. So this also kind of holds the card down too. Now it is a little long, and there's a reason I kind of did it that way. That way you can trim it. And then we can kind of just give it a little point, you know. I know it doesn't really look like a needle, but it sure gave it a little something. So we'll put that in place, and then we can just come along here and trim off that extra. And that's all there is to it. What do you think? I just thought it was a really fun card. And you know what else I love? It's perfect for the guys or the girls. So there you go. There is another card for our Retro Reimagine for September. Now remember, there's other videos. Jose's got her 3. I've got a couple more waiting for you. So be sure to check everything out for this month. Happy stamping. Thanks so much for being in Stampin' Gals Gone Wild.